Hi, everybody. My name is David Mashian, and I'm Dave the Real Estate Guy. We're on Chapter 6 in our Commercial Real Estate Brokerage Bootcamp. Today, we're going to talk about the growth of your commercial real estate brokerage business. This is something critical to learn and to have foreknowledge of when you're doing your business or when you're starting. Because you have to have where's this path leading? Where can it lead to? Right? This is what I'm going to provide you here. A lot of times brokerage companies take you only as so far as to being able to close deals and to keep closing more deals. That's as far as they take you. But you need to be able to see past that and go past that to grow even more beyond where they're taking you to. So, that being said, the first phase in my experience was, and in typical commercial real estate brokerage agent business is training under a senior mentor or a senior agent, somebody who's already successful, who's accomplished in the business. And you're going to use that person to go on appointments, and you're going to shadow them. They're going to mentor you. You're going to talk about deals and what you need to do to make more deals, right? So your basic job in that position, in that role, right? You're both agents, right? You're both with the company. But they're senior only in the sense that they have more experience than you. They're not better than you at all. They're just teaching you, right? They're a mentor. So you're going to make the calls to make the appointments to go with your mentor. So when you make those appointments, you go on those appointments with your mentor, and you'll see what the mentor does on those appointments. You'll listen to what kind of questions that your mentor asks. How do they present things? What do they talk about? How do they react? What's their breadth of knowledge? You're going to learn all these things. And the more you do it, you're going to pick up on it and be able to do it for yourself, and eventually to not need the mentor. That's the whole point of this, is to not need the mentor. So you're going to shadow the mentor and learn the business. You're going to work to become more and more self-sufficient. And how you do this is you're going to meet everyone in your market. When I started, my market was apartment buildings within Hollywood, Silver Lake, Koreatown, downtown areas. And I made sure I called everyone in those markets and met anyone who had properties in those markets. I worked to meeting everybody who would meet in those markets, because their property is in my market, and that's the market I want to dominate. And I made sure to call and set up appointments, and I would go on those appointments with my mentor. That's how I started learning, and that's how I started closing deals. And that's how you will accelerate your growth and your income in the business. Phase 2 happens when you have completed at least 4 transactions with your senior mentor, right? Now you can continue working with them, or you can choose to work on your own, right? By this time, you should have a good momentum in your business, right? And you can leverage, and now you want to leverage your time. You want to get an assistant, right? Depending on what your pipeline look like. Do I have a lot of deals? Do I have a lot of listings? Okay, so you can get an assistant and figure out how you're going to pay them, right? Maybe the company will support you with an assistant. Whatever way it is, get somebody that's going to help you leverage your time, right? Another thing is, by this point, you probably want to start getting some kind of getting something to give you tax benefits. I got an S corporation. You should ask your accountant about this. But you want to do something, well, when you're brokering, you're making money, you're doing it under your corporation, right? Or LLC, or whatever way you want to do it based on your tax situation. But this is how you're going to make more money, by operating under that. So you got more momentum, you got good momentum, you're going to get more deals. Now you're going to start shifting into a different gear where you're going to you're no longer a newbie. You got a good sense of what you're doing. Now you're going to start ramping up by getting an assistant. Phase 3, it consists of transaction commissions exceeding $200,000 gross, right? When you're hitting this number, that's when you start building your team. This is when you start getting market domination, right? You're at the top 10% of the market now, right? You can bring on juniors, just like you had a mentor. Now you're going to be a mentor, right? So these junior associates are going to start calling for you or for themselves, but you're going to go on these meetings with them and you're going to start making more deals because they're calling, and you're going to start closing deals with them, right? So now the roles are reversed. You are now the senior, right? You're the senior agent. Now you have junior agents under you who are now getting more business for you. You can also hire cold callers who are just making calls, outbound calls, saying who's going to be a good lead and passing those leads on to you. So you want to start thinking now financial independence. This is where you start taking the money that you got and buying at least one deal a year. It could be a smaller deal, but it's one deal, right? You'll see that over time, one deal a year, over years, let's say over 10 years, that's 10 properties. Now you got 10 properties. Now you're a sizable property owner. So think about it that way, right? Now you built your team, you got your assistant, now you got junior associates calling under you, and now you have cold callers calling under you. You got your assistants doing marketing packages and managing your database, right? And now you're going for financial independence. Now you're in phase 4. You're a seasoned veteran with a devoted client list, and business has a lot of repeat clients with goodwill, right? So now your clients are coming to you. They're repeat clients. They're either buying or selling or leasing or whatever with you. You're their broker. You got a good base of clients that you're working with. And at the same time, you're making good money with them. You're going to continue buying more properties to be able to retire with passive income if you want to retire. If you don't want to retire, just now you got passive income, right? You should be dominating the market by this time. You got cold callers calling in your marketplace. You got junior associates calling your marketplace, right? Now you got marketing specialists creating your packages for marketing and proposals, and you got a transaction coordinator, and you got researchers and analysts. You got a machine. You're a brokerage company onto yourself. You're the guy. You're the gal. You're controlling it. This is your business. You got a well-oiled machine, and you got a lot of listings, and you got a good team underneath you to support you in creating and closing a good volume of deals. That's it. We're on to chapter 7 next. All right, talk to you later.